After 2001, the industry accepted something uncomfortable. A ship is a very large object that arrives regularly in the middle of a city, and nobody had a system for who gets aboard. The ISPS Code answered it the way maritime law usually does, with defined roles, a written plan, and an audit trail. In the next few minutes, the 3 security levels and what each one demands, 3 officers and who answers to whom, what the ship security plan contains, how access control actually works, and the declaration that gets signed when ship and port do not match. Security Level 1 is normal operations, and it is not a day off. Minimum measures run continuously, identity checked at the gangway, restricted areas control, the deck watched, stores checked before they come aboard. Level 2 is heightened, set when there is an increased risk. More of everything, more frequent patrols, tighter searching, additional lighting, and the crew briefed on why the level has changed. Level 3 is exceptional. When an incident is probable or imminent, it is set by the authorities, not by the ship, and it may include restricting movement, preparing to repel boarders, or making ready to leave the berth. 3 roles carry the code. The ship security officer aboard is responsible for implementing the plan, training the crew, reporting deficiencies, and keeping the records. The company security officer ashore owns the ship security assessment, maintains the plan, and ensures the ship gets the support and training the plan promises. The port facility security officer runs the same discipline on the other side of the gangway. When ship and port meet, those 2 officers agree the interface, and where their levels differ, the higher one governs. The ship security plan is confidential, written from a security assessment of that specific ship and approved by the Flight Administration. It sets the measures for each level, the restricted areas, the response to a security threat or breach, the evacuation and duties, the procedures for auditing and training, and the arrangements for the security alert system. One detail examiner's flight port state control officers may verify that the plan exists and is approved, but they are not entitled to read the whole of it, precisely because a security plan in the wrong hands is a map. Access control is the visible half of the code. Everyone boarding is identified and logged. Visitors are escorted, and the reason for boarding is checked against a legitimate purpose. Restricted areas are named in the plan: the bridge, the engine room, spaces with security equipment, cargo control, stores, and any area giving access to the ship's systems. They are marked and access is controlled and recorded. And the physical work continues around it. Gangway watch and deck patrols, stores checked against the manifest before they are struck below, and the searches that the level dictates done properly rather than performed for the camera. A declaration of security is a written agreement between the ship and a port facility, or between 2 ships, stating the security measures each will take for a specific interface. It is used when the levels do not match, when the port facility has no approved plan, when the ship has a higher level than the port, after a security incident, or when neither side simply requires one. It names the measures, the responsible people, and the period covered, and both sides sign it. Records are kept for the minimum number of last port calls required by the administration, and inspectors ask for them. Examiners test the ISPS code in 3 layers: the structure, the 3 levels and their measures, the 3 officers and their duties. The documents: the ship security plan and what it contains, the International Ship Security Certificate, the Declaration of Security, and when it is required. And judgment: a stevedore or refusing to be searched, a port at level 1 while the ship is at level 2, an unattended package on deck. Worked practice makes those firm decisions instead of improvisation. That practice is what the Workbook is for. The ISPS Code and ship security, covering security levels, declarations, drills, access control, and the SO's duties, with 280 practice questions and worked answers. The link is in the description, alongside the rest of the TelePress Maritime library. Control the gangway, and most of the code takes care of itself.